Happy Makeup Tip Tuesday, everyone. All right, so last week I created this look. I did it in 2 different ways. So before, you guys saw before it was tight lined before. Now I have applied both of my liners because when you're putting a lash on, you need to make sure that you have your runway. Now, forewarning, I do not recommend if you are new to liner to try to do your liner after you put mascara on because it is much more difficult. So in the morning when you're doing your makeup, I highly recommend making that executive decision if you're going to do liner and lashes in the morning and just sticking with it throughout the day because it is a little bit more tricky and difficult to apply liner when you already have mascara on. Just an FYI. Just wanted to give that public service announcement. Okay, I-dos. These are back in stock. We are so thrilled to, like when I say we're back in stock, I mean like we are stocked up for wedding season. These are our #1 selling lashes. These are the ones that we use every single makeup application, unless we're doing like Bollywood, where we use the heathers. But these are the ones that Katie and Jessica wear every day. And we use them for all applications. They're super easy, lightweight, very durable. So when I say that you can use them for up to 30 times, you really can, as long as you take care of them. So let's get started. There are a few different, or I'm gonna say one extra step that we need to do to the I-dos, which we do in-house. So when you purchase when you purchase the lashes from us here in store, we will do the step for you unless you're on the go or placing an order online. That's why I wanna make sure that you understand or know how to do the step because it's really important. And that is covering the band with your liner. So we're gonna use our mascara to cover that band on the top. What that does is it makes your lashes seamless. So especially for you makeup artists out there, this is a really important step to your makeup application. If you do not cover that band, that's where it looks disconnected and not seamless like it is one with the makeup application, okay? So that's why I do this. I teach our Miss Mackers on how to do it so your makeup looks professional and seamless every single time. It's a really important step. So again, how we take these off. Let's get started. You're gonna hold it away from you. You're gonna use your thumb and you're going to roll in the center. You can be quite aggressive and we're gonna loosen that glue off the band, okay? And it comes like this. Don't grab one end and pull, okay? That will take away the integrity of the band. It'll go straight, okay? Now we're gonna do the caterpillar walk. Words are hard today. Okay, so we're gonna do the caterpillar walk. You're gonna grab both sides of the outside edge of the band. We're just manipulating the center, okay? Can you see that? We're just manipulating the center so we get that curve back to it. We're going to clip that outside edge. You only need to do this once. So no matter what lashes you're using, whether it's ours or someone else's, always make sure that you're clipping that little piece of plastic off on the edge of that corner, okay? Off. All right, now we need to measure this. Once you are into our lashes, I just need a lash tool. Hold, please. I had one. Where did I put it? No. Oh no, sorry. Okay, there's one. Okay, lash tool. Once you get used to using our lashes, you kind of know the size of your lash and how many little clusters that you need to cut off. Like we have one Miss Macker, she makes on a note, we cut 4 or 5 every single time. And she makes a note, please cut 4 off because we will do that for you, okay? But let's measure this. How you're gonna do it. So remember, smiling to the sky. We want the tool to be smiling to the sky as well. We're going to clasp the center, making sure that the lashes are still smiling, okay? Now, duck hand, okay? Quack, quack, duck hand. When you hold it, when this is yours, it'll have a logo on the bottom. Logo is on the bottom. You're going to clamp it with the duck hand. We're going to have that duck hand sing up to the sky. So see how it's like the flick of the wrist. It's a bend and a snap, okay? Bend and snap. This way, the lashes are going up and away like the curvature of your own natural lash, okay? So bend and snap. We're coming down. This one, we want to line up that inner corner with our inner corner of our lash and then hold out. See how many clusters I need to cut there? So where our last lash is, I think I'm usually 3 or 4. We're gonna do 3. When in doubt, start little. So start with a smaller number and then remeasure it. So I'm gonna cut 3 to start. Always cut from the outside edge of the lash. Don't cut from the inner corner. Always cut from the outside, okay? Again, smiling, bend and snap the duck. And now we're gonna line it up. So there's no glue on here. I'm actually gonna line it up with that inner corner again and making sure that there is no ones that are going past your last lash, okay? 3 is good for me. 3 is good for me. Do not follow that fold of the skin, okay? It's your last lash. That is your natural guide, okay? Now that we have that measured, I'm actually gonna hold it with my bare hands and I'm going to hold the band towards me so I can paint the top of that band. You'll see it when you have it. It's like, you can see it there. We're gonna paint that top. This way it will, all the clusters, you won't be able to see that anymore. So I'm gonna grab my mascara with my liner brush. I'm just grabbing what is extra on the tube and we're painting, okay? So I'm going in and I'm holding each little section and moving my finger clamps as I go. Okay, really important. Really, 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 really important. And I find once I do this once, I don't really need to do it again until I start peeling the glue off. But this is a really important step not to miss. So I'm painting that plastic. I remember doing Opera Kelowna once and I had an assistant, she went to Blanche McDonald as well. And she came over to check, for me to check the makeup before they go on stage. And I was like, oh, you just need to cover in the band of the lash there. And she's like, what? I was like, did they not teach you that at Blanche McDonald? And she's like, no. She's like, I never heard of that before. I'm like, oh my gosh. No, it's like one of the most important steps when you're doing lashes. Now I know it's a huge trend and people are gonna ask me, I know this, about the ones that go underneath. Maybe I'm just an old school makeup artist. I've never tried. I've perfected this. I find it's easier for me. I haven't tried it. If you have tried it, great. It's not something that we'll get at Miss Mac. I'm sure that you could cut these with clusters and you could try gluing them underneath. I haven't done that. So maybe it's something I will try, but right now I still keep it old school style. I like the top of the lash. Okay, so you can see now, this is painted, okay? See the difference that made? Okay, huge difference. Now we're gonna clamp that, so just as if, and I'm holding this like, I'm manhandling this, I'm holding it, I'm squeezing it, it's not gonna affect the lash. Switch to my other hand, I'm gonna grab my glue. We use the green duo that you can get at PharmaSave. It's 4 ingredients and it's non-toxic. This is one we've been using for years. It does not have latex in it and no, lash glue is not something that we will create. You can just use the green duo, okay. Covering the end of the band, okay. So that is your guide. This one we do not have to let set, okay. That's the one thing with not using a latex base is we don't have to let it set. Okay, remember. So the logo here should be facing you, smiling to the sky, duck hand, clamp, bend and snap. Now she's singing to the sky. We're coming over. So I know when I usually do my makeup, I'm like this with my liner, but we're not doing that with lashes. I'm coming over the bridge of my nose. I'm going to hold a mirror down. Okay, I'm gonna look into that mirror. I'm going to eyeball this up. So I find it easier to eyeball and match my last lash. And then as I'm coming in though, I'm securing it in the center first. So coming down, hugging as close as I can to the top of my lash, and I'm holding for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm releasing. I'm not touching my tool with the band of my lash where the glue is. Don't do that, okay? It's gonna make it really frustrating. You hold from the middle up. Now, tip of the tool, tip of the lashes on the inner corner, we're going to manhandle this and we're going to push into here. Okay, this is not where you want a clamp, like you want a good firm grip on that lash. It's not going to bend it. It's not going to destroy it. You're gonna go and you're gonna push. See how my skin moves? See how we can see my liner above the band of the lash? That's very important, okay? Having that liner runway is key to success, because if you miss and there's a bit of a gap between your lash and where your natural lash band is, you won't see it, okay? So the key is you wanna make sure that you see that liner above the band of the lash, okay? And now, same middle, and then I'm going to push this into the outside corner and hold for 5. See how I'm moving my skin. 3, 4, 5, and release. And that's it, okay? See how a lash makes all the difference. These ones are more natural ones. Okay, no lash, lash. Lashes change everything. Okay, now we do the same to the other side. So now it's systematic. I actually did my harder eye first. So removing, we're going to do the caterpillar walk. We're going to cut that little piece of plastic. Please make sure you do this. And I removed 3, so I'm gonna remove 3 from this side. Okay, we're going to paint the band with some mascara. Okay. Taking that extras here, and it's kind of more like, not gliding, but I'm kind of like depositing and pushing the mascara into all those nooks and crannies. You'll see what I mean when you're doing this. You wanna kind of press it into those nooks and crannies so it sticks to the piece of plastic band and is solid. This is key. If you're a makeup artist out there and you're not doing this, please start doing this. If you're doing weddings, your photographer will be very much appreciative if you do, okay? It just changes the look of your lashes. Now, we noticed we didn't do this with the heathers because the heather band does not have the little clusters and the plastic shining through. Okay, we don't need to do it with the heathers. We do also need to do this for the peekaboos, for sure, okay? And once you do it once, like I say, I really find you don't really need to do it again, maybe like every 2 applications or 3. Okay, smiling. Clamping in the center, making sure it's in the middle. I'm not touching the band, I'm not touching the tip, I'm in the center of that lash. I'm going to paint the bottom of the band with glue. Paint, paint, paint. Okay, like so. So you can see that there. Doink. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a weight. We don't have to do this, but I just find it gets a little bit more tackier, so it's easier. Okay. Remember, duck hand, clamps, logos on the bottom, duck hand clamps, bend and snap. We're lining this up. Now, if that curve is too much, I'm just gonna kind of flatten that just a little bit. Okay, curve is too much. Okay, we're coming in. We're going to go into the center and we're going to hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to remove. We're going to grab that corner of the edge, push it into the inner corner and hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see how I'm actually like pointing the band, the tip of this lash down. Now making sure it's in that right spot. And then the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is where you can come in with this band and you can clamp them. So you're seeing this all over social media where they're clamping the lashes together. You can do the same for the top. I find it feels weird because it like pushes your skin in because you're coming from the top, not the bottom. And yeah, so I did notice this side I did a thicker inner corner liner. It was much easier to apply. This one's thinner and I found that it was a little bit harder. I had to manipulate down. That's why when you're doing this, have a thicker liner. It's gonna save you when you're first learning, okay? And that's it, okay? How do you take them off? Great question. Grab one end, pull, okay? Like I say like a Band-Aid, but it's not gonna hurt. Put it back onto your band, onto your little holder here. put it back into your case, and it's ready to go the next day, okay? You do need to massage off that glue next time you use it, and then repeat the steps. So making sure that you're cleaning it. You can also clean it with soap and water. It's not gonna do anything to the band. Clean it with soap and water, dry it off with a towel, put it back in. You can do that as well. But you can seriously use these up to 30 times. It's crazy. Okay, and don't put mascara on, okay? Lashes change everything. The tool is a game changer, so go on, grab one, follow along. You can pause, you can stop this, you can rewatch this over and over and over again. And if you are wanting to do a lesson, come in, book, and come see Katie. We're happy to help. But I hope that that gives you a good idea of the difference between the Heathers and the I Do's, and how it just changes the game for lashes. All right, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for following. Comment below if you've tried our lashes. If you haven't, if you didn't even know that we had lashes, surprise. We've had them for a couple years now, and they are seriously the best. We ran out a couple seasons ago for weddings and had to go back to the ones that I used to use in my kit, and oh my gosh, our lashes just are so great. Like, so great. I'm very proud of these guys. All right. Okay, I could talk forever about how much I love them, but it is time to carry on the day. Okay, I hope you have a fabulous week, and we will see you next Tuesday.